Hey coaches, so several of you have asked me how to use Picmonkey. So I am doing this tutorial to help you with the basics, but you're going to have to get in there and play with it and get more comfortable with it. It takes time, but I'll show you the fundamentals and you'll realize that it really is super easy. So I'm a Google person. I Google everything, even though I know it's picmonkey.com. Just to show you, if you do that, chances are Picmonkey will come right up to the front. So it's picmonkey.com. Now I have a paid full account. There's some things that I can do that you won't be able to do, but the vast majority of things that you need access to with a free account, you can completely do. So we're going to make a collage. And it's going to ask us, where do we want to get our photos from? So I'm just going to use some of these photos. Sometimes it moves slowly uploading the photos. Sometimes it's really quick. Typically the first photo takes a while to upload, and then after that it figures it out. So I like to keep on adding all the photos that I may or may not use. I believe it's a maximum of 10 photos. Do not quote me on that, but I know I've hit a maximum in the past. And really you only want to add so many photos, otherwise it's going to start to get very teeny tiny and you should be wondering, why am I even bothering to do this? So I'm going to add a few photos so that you can see what you can and cannot do. All I'm doing is opening from my computer, and then it's just going to my downloads, but if I wanted to go to my pictures, it would go through all of my mailbox, or all of my file folders rather. Maybe we'll use this puke-worthy one. Okay, so I have 5 photos there for us to play with and call this my cover photo. Now, if you can see, this is clearly not the shape of a cover photo. This is a different layout. So right now we're in the Add Photos section. The next one down to the left here is called Layouts. That's what you're going to want to click. And there's several different layouts. Now, if you see, there's some here with a little crown. That means it's a royal feature. That's a paid account feature that you won't have access to. But what I want is not a paid feature, and that's Facebook cover. Really easy. When you click on that, you're given a few different options of how you want your layout to look. I'll pick this one, and you can still manipulate it. So after you've got your layout that you want to use, you're going to go up to your photos, the top one, and start moving them. It's just a simple case of putting your mouse on the photo, holding it down, holding the mouse down, and moving it over with your finger. Just as simple as that. So I'm going to do this with all the photos. Now maybe I've decided, you know what, I don't have enough photos here for what I want to use. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What am I missing here? Oh, this one. Okay, we'll add it in anyways, just so that you have an idea. Maybe I've decided that I don't want to use the containers because that's confusing. It doesn't tell anybody anything about me other than I like containers. You can X it out. Now, if you have another photo that you want to move in there, you would just move it in. But in this case, I'm going to pretend I don't, or actually maybe I'll just move that over. Just as simple as holding your mouse down and moving it over. Now, what if I want this full photo? I can actually remove this box by hitting the X. And the next thing you know, you've got yourself a full photo. Now, if you've noticed, there's an edit button in the top of these. That changes the size. Effects is a paid portion of it, so you will not have access to that. And it's really that simple. You can move your photo up and down by dragging it. You can even make your cells bigger, smaller. If you decide, you know what, actually, I want that back in there. All I did was pick it up, and now I'm moving it over. And I could do that again if I had another photo that I wanted to use instead as well. And there we go. Then you have the option of, spacing. This is more appealing than this. I'm just going to move this down. I did a bad editing job on that. You can round your corners. And that's what that looks like. Like, you can really play with it. The background color. Maybe your favorite color is purple. But let's say I've decided I don't want that. No. I don't want this. I've had it 2 different places. Oops. And sometimes that'll happen. Do not freak out. Just pick something. Doesn't have to be anything. There we go. Okay. So now you're happy with your photo. You've done everything that you want to do with it. You don't want the corners rounded. You're happy with everything and the way it looks. So now you want to edit it. Maybe you want to add some words. Open an editor. We don't want to crop our photo. This is a cover photo. This will fit perfectly on your Facebook cover page. This is effects. This will change the color of it, the grading of the color, and there's several options that you will not have access to, but there's several that you will. So certainly check this out, give it a try and see what you like. I kind of like that actually. I'm going to keep it. Made the colors pop a little bit nicer. Most of these are for the Royal membership, but not all of them. So see if there's anything here you want to try. I've not ever used touch-up with Picmonkey. If you want to add a text, fancy pants fitness, oops, could be anything really. You can change the size of it there or here. You can change the color. You can change the location. Oops. Doesn't want me to move it. That's funny. I said move. There we go. Sometimes you just have to convince it, as you can see. There, now it understands what I want. And you can change what font you're using. Obviously, if it has a crown on it, it's not a font that you have access to. You can center it. There's all sorts. Really, your imagination is the only thing that's holding you back here. So let's say that's not covering any of the kids' faces, and I'm quite happy. Actually, I'm not. I can't handle it. I'm a little OCD if you haven't figured that out already by now. So there we go. Sherry can handle that on her head. Butterfly. What is the butterfly? It is when you're wanting to add stickers or doodles. You can go to your own, or there's many here. So maybe I want to add a comic bubble. And you can even change the color of that bubble. And then you could add text in there. You could go back to your text and add something in there. What else can we do here? Arrows. What you'll see a lot of ads with is these. For some reason, and let's change the color. You even have it. These stand out on ads. I'm not sure why, but on the like page ads, you'll see something along those lines. It's from Picmonkey. You'll start to recognize these things as you go through your journey with Beachbody and as a coach. This is a frame, you know, obviously self-explanatory. You don't have to use it. And this is textures. So you can make it whatever you want, if you want. Maybe you don't want it all. That's kind of funky. Again, if it has a royal, you cannot use it, but you should try and play with some of these things. So let's say you are happy. You have what you want to say at the top. It could be a quote. I mean, it can be anything. This is your cover photo. So it should be something that reflects you. So if you're a parent, and so family is important, health and fitness is important. So maybe it's a picture of you stretching or working out or a sweaty selfie. And maybe you're a Blue Jays fan, or you are into rock climbing, or you're a teacher, or you are into hockey, something that you're passionate about. It's a snapshot of who you are. So pick 2 or 3 or 4 photos and own that on the cover page of Facebook, so that when people go to your Facebook wall, they look to the top and they know who you are based on a quick snapshot. So you're happy with what you've done, you can save. Name your collage. Deanna's training. Save to my computer. And then I get to tell it where to go. Pictures. And I'll just save it like that. Always try and remember where you save these items. I had a bad habit initially of rushing through the process and then forgetting where I put the photo. And then I would have to go through the entire process again. And then eventually I would have 2 photos basically the same, and I'd find the other one afterwards. And that's as simple as it is. If you know how to get to your cover photo onto your, or get a cover photo onto your Facebook wall, perfect. That would be your next step. If you need more support on that, then please don't hesitate to comment below or message me for more support, and I can help you with that. And I hope that helps. Don't hesitate to message me or comment below if you have more questions. Ideally, comment below, because if you have a question, chances are somebody else has a question. So hopefully, again, that helps. Thank you all for watching this. Good night, guys, or good morning.